Well, today we did jury selection. We didn't finish. It was very interesting today. I got there a few minutes late too. Typical stoner. I didn't do it on purpose. I just haven't been in the New Jersey area in the morning in a long time, and that morning rush hour traffic threw me off, and I was about 15 minutes late. But it pretty much was okay though. No one said anything about it. But what was really interesting was the jury selection went well. I think I had a couple true stoners on that the prosecution has as good of a weed dar, a pot dar as I do, and he got rid of them. There was a couple of them on there that were feeling sympathetic towards the war on drugs question, and the prosecution got rid of them. But I think we've got about 6 of them on the jury still. That's my opinion. That the prosecution did not burn all of its challenges by getting the obvious sympathetic type. I'm happy. I'm happy with my jury selection. Even on the race issue, there were only 3 black people in the jury pool. The one person, the one lady, and she may have even been Spanish actually. She looked like she was Dominican or something. She immediately wanted to get off the jury, so she was taken off the jury. There was a young gentleman, about 25 years old or so. He got removed. Prosecution just struck him, probably just because he figured he was, he knew people who had been in prison and this, that, and the other, a young black man. So he was thrown off. But then there's another one. He's on the jury, so I have one black male on my jury. So far we've picked 13 jurors, and I believe, like I said, I believe I have more than half. I believe I have like 6 of them that are seem to be pretty favorable. We had 2 incidents that the prosecution complained about. One, someone was passing out jury notification flyers inside the building. You can't do it inside the building. You can do it outside the building, no problem. But someone made a mistake of doing it in the building and actually pulled out like a medical marijuana flag or something inside the building. I didn't see it when it. All right. But generally, getting back to it, I had to get away from the courthouse, change, smoke a joint, this, that, and the other. Yeah, there we go. I'm back with my t-shirts. Now, check this out. We didn't finish jury selection, like I said. We picked 13 jurors, and we ran out of jurors. So we have to come back on Thursday. Today is Tuesday, but tomorrow the judge has something else to do. So he's not going to be, he wasn't having court session anyway. So Thursday, we're going to pick it back up. They're going to impanel another jury, and then we're going to, a jury panel, and then we're going to pick one. All right? So that's where we stand as far as jury selection goes. But we had a very, very interesting day. For one thing, when I went outside at lunch break, I picked up the phone and I called FM 101.5 in New Jersey. For you people out in California, go Google them. Go to their website at 101.5. They seem to be pretty pro marijuana legalization. They allowed me to talk about my trial, and I'll be giving updates on that channel. So actually one of my favorite stations. I've been a talk show caller for years, and for years I've called 101.5. But anyway, the prosecutor was crying. He was mad that I had gave an interview on 101.5, and that's right, I said crying, because that's what he sounded like, a little crying little girl, crying that I gave an interview to 101.5, and he was asking for a gag order to be placed on me, not to talk to 101.5 or the Burlington County Times, Now, mind you, he's the one that brought this indictment. Now, I said from the very beginning, I was arrested on April 1st, April Fool's Day, and I said at the time that it was the state that was the fool. Whoever the prosecutor was that presented the case to the grand jury to get us to this point where we have a trial, they were the foolish ones. And all I'm doing is defending myself. And to talk publicly to the press to publicize what's going on in our courts is exactly why we have the right to freedom of the press. And people can think I'm a wacko and a nutbag and a this, that, and the other, but trust me, I very rarely have to lie about any of the constitutional arguments or rights that we have. I'm very well versed in what right I have and what I can say and can't say, and I have not said anything to warrant a gag order being placed on me. Luckily for me, Judge Delahaye seems to be a very good judge, and one of the things he did today, he ruled in favor of me as far as this gag order request. I still disagree on one thing. I am not allowed to talk about the Marijuana Compassionate Use Act here in New Jersey. You know, I'm not allowed to talk about that, which is crazy. I'm allowed to talk about my own personal medical needs, but I'm not allowed to talk about the New Jersey Medical Marijuana Act of 2010. I'm only allowed to talk about the criminal statute that I was arrested for violating, and that's why we have this trial right now. So you're going to find something crazy? Think about that. I'm in a state, New Jersey, that has legalized marijuana for medicinal reasons, passed a law. I got arrested 3 months later, and this judge does rule that I can't talk about the New Jersey Medical Marijuana Act, which, once again, is crazy. I think on appeal, if I am convicted, I'll win on that. I should be allowed to tell the jury that. And that's where we stand with today's actions. Court actions, all right? Peace. Puff, puff, pass. And again, I'm looking for that jury to say one thing: not guilty. Peace.